Welcome to live astrophilosophy discussion on a very widely requested subject for some reason, which is the question of destiny versus free will. Okay. How much free will do we have? And how much is destiny? And this is actually a very important question. I mean, without this, I don't think you can even jump into Vedic astrology or Jyotish. And obviously, I'm wearing my glasses. If you can see, there's that big bright umbrella. And when I take it off, it's literally blinding in my eye because my eyes are weak. I've got to use my, look at this, my thick glasses. That's why I'm just wearing this so this way at least I can have a nice lighting in my office. Um, so, to answer your question, destiny versus free will. Well, for that, we have to actually go to the foundation of it, which is Jyotish, Vedic astrology. Because other astrological systems, let's say you take Western astrology, you take any other astrology, or so far right now, I just know about Western astrology, which is known for relying on free will a lot. Okay? But if you follow Vedic astrology, if you practice Vedic astrology, you've got to know one of the most fundamental reasons behind why one should do astrology, why everybody who is coming from a standpoint of wanting to understand their divinity, wanting to, segue their path into understanding something higher than themselves, something higher than your everyday job, your everyday family responsibilities, your vacations. You have to understand Vedic astrology. Why is that? I was reading this book by K.N. Rao. I believe it's called Horoscope Analysis of all these political figures. And he said something very brilliant there. He said the reason why a person practiced astrology in Gurukul, the reason why a person went to a guru, to ashram, to learn about all the Puranas and Vedantic knowledge, and part of that was Jyotish, okay, is to see how God is working. Is to see how God is working. And they practice it. They see the chart, they see the dasha, they see the transit, they see the yogas that are coming alive. And with that yoga, what result is coming alive? They're seeing the Arudha Lagna, they're seeing the Karakamsha Lagna, they see the Navamsha. They study these things. And especially through method of physics, mathematics. And then they realize this is something constructed by something far more intelligent than you and I. And when they realize that everything which is happening is supposed to happen, then your next step needs to be is that you need to devote yourself to God. That's the main purpose of Vedic astrology and Jyotish, is so you study it, you believe in it, you see the things happening in your life, and you're like, okay, looks like there's something bigger than me working here, something higher and divine working here. So because it's working, because of the fact I could not have avoided what just happened with this yoga becoming active through my dasha, I'm not in control. I have to pay back what is to be paid back. I have to meet who I'm supposed to meet. So there's this very strong foundational part, foundational ground of Vedic astrology, Jyotish, that says everything is predestined. You are just the string puppets of the higher divine master. Then we come to the thought that, okay, fine, if I'm supposed to get into an accident, I am destined to marry this person because I promised them in my past life I'll marry you. Okay, fine. I am destined to serve people of my homeland by me being a protector like a police officer. Okay, fine. I get that. But you know what? I just bought a car. I just bought a car. And it shows the yoga that I'm buying a car. But guess where I am using my free will and not that bigger person up there? And the way I'm using my free will, which you're not in control, God, is that I bought a car of my choice of color. I got a red car. I was destined to get a black car. I got a red car. So, in a way, I do have free will. Not everything is controlled, not everything is destined. Well, that is a type of question that would be put out by somebody who went 5 steps to learn Jyotish but then did not learn the other 5, where it shows you that even the color that you were destined to pick, but you picked that red color instead of black color, it was still part of the divine. You only chose because it wanted you to choose. How do you study this? So you can really see that the divine is at work. I'm not at work. My free will on this planet is only to pay my karma back. That's the only thing soul decided before we were born into the real world, not this digital matrix that we are in, this very complicated digital matrix that we think we're alive in. The big guy said, when do you want to pay your karma back? Do you want to pay this karma back in this life? Or do you want to pay this karma back 3, 4 lifetimes ahead of your other lives? And the soul says, you know what? I will pay this heavy karma right now. I will pay this heavy karma of living in poverty, being on the streets for majority of my life. So this way I can pay back the karma of my 4th lifetime previous, where I stole money of all the villagers and I ran away. So now, why is it that free will is there in a very, very minimal way? And this is where, like I said, you have to go 5 steps beyond the 5 steps that you learn in astrology. Your basic transit and dashas, to time periods, what you're running through. And this comes down to the magic. This comes down to the science of Hora. Science of Hora. There's something called Prashna, a question that is asked at the moment to an astrologer without having any birth chart. Even if you put out a question to astrologer, they'll answer it. Will I get the visa? Will I get this job? Will I marry this person? Will I not marry this person? Will I run away from my home? Do you think I am in danger of harming somebody? All the questions are right there in front of you. So, why is it that I'm making this video right now? I was doing my work, okay? I was doing my work for my school, and suddenly a thought came in my head that a lot of people have been asking me on my Facebook, YouTube, even in my consultations, like, can you please just answer this question of free will and destiny? How do you see this? So then I will actually show you the practicality of why I'm making this video. I didn't plan this video last week. I didn't plan this video even yesterday. I didn't plan this video today. I planned this video probably 10 minutes ago, 15 minutes ago, before I started setting up the lights. So I want to show you something for those who understand astrology and the birth chart. Okay, so here it is. This was the time period when I just suddenly looked at the person. I'm like, why suddenly I have a thought of making a video, live video with the audience? Well, in the regular birth chart, okay, you've got the ascendant here. Okay, you've got, so I had searched the ascendant, but the ascendant was actually Gemini. Okay, ascendant is Gemini. And I know for those who do not understand birth chart, I was looking at somebody else's chart because I had switched it to Arudha Lagna and all that. But third house of communication, okay, is in the fifth house with Venus. That means I'm going to do something creative, something artistic. What is the creative part of doing live video? Well, I actually had to clean and set up my office. I had to set up the light. I had to design this office so I can present it to you. Okay, so I can present it to you in this video. So that, and then moon. Moon is in Gemini sign right now on the ascendant. That means right now for the next 2.5 hours, I am supposed to be communicating. Somehow, some way I have to communicate. So what was I doing before I made this video? I was doing my readings. I was talking. That's all I was doing, and that's what I'm going to continue to do because I've got readings before after I finish this live video. So I'm going to go back to it now. Let's forget even this, okay? Let's go to the Dasamsa chart, the D10 chart of Vedic astrology. How can you use Dasamsa chart to study horary? What am I doing right now? Number one, I'm working. Number two, I am performing some karma. Action. What is the action? I'm talking to you about something. That's the action I'm performing. So you go to the Dasamsha of your action. What is in the third house of action? Ketu. I'm going to talk about something related to occult, mysticism, spirituality, moksha. Okay? And Mars looks at the third house, says that I'm going to have to use some technical skills to do the action that I'm about to perform. Okay? Then look at the 10th house of the Dasamsha. During the time that I looked at it, I am going to perform this particular action of the 10th house from my home office. Okay? Because Venus from the 4th house looks at the 10th house. And where is this action being performed? It is talking about spirituality, something higher than ourselves, which is the 12th house, the other world. I'm talking about an otherworldly thing, which is God. Okay? Then look at the Navamsha, which is a 15-minute period. What is the type of communication I'm doing right now? Third house, third lord, is in the 8th house with Rahu and Jupiter, Rahu and Mars. My communication is about hidden things, hidden destiny. It's about occult, mysticism. It's about talking about action, karma. It's also using technology, new age technology of Rahu Mars. My communication will only be possible through Rahu and Mars. Then look at the Navamsha 10th house. Navamsha 10th house, the 15-minute period, not even 2.5 hours of a birth chart. 15-minute period saying your action is going to be talking about something divine. Mula Nakshatra. Venus in the 12th house with the moon. Okay? So again, no matter where you look and look at the destiny point in the Navamsha, I am supposed to do this. The BP point, the destiny point, I am to do this. So why suddenly I got the thought of doing this? It's not me that decided. When the Hora came, when the proper alignment came, it says, Kapil Raj, stop doing what you're doing. This is the thought now. This is the thing you have to perform. So am I in control to be thinking that, okay, I want to make this video. That's my free will. Look, I was supposed to do my reading. Forget my reading right now. I'm going to make this video. No. The Hora, what it said, meaning the timing on the chart that is running right now, is directing me what I'm doing. I could have even shown you the Sastyamsha chart. In the Sastyamsha chart, the third lord was in the ascendant. My entire being was about to communicate. So, and this is something you should also study. And I don't know exactly what Hora is running right now, because I'll have to calculate that manually. But just by studying hourly Hora, most likely this could be the Hora of Mercury, Jupiter. It could be one of those Horas of Mercury or Jupiter on my side, where I have to talk about these things. So everything that you think, all the things, the decisions that you're making, that I want to eat this right now, and then after I finish eating, I'm going to go pick up my children from their dance class, not my wife. I'm going to tell her, you stay here, I'm going to go. Why? Is that the free will I'm making, or is that what you can see the Narayana at work? Because the chart would say, you are going to go and travel, not your spouse. So then I present this question to you again. Do you think you have free will versus destiny? And my answer to this is no. Free will is an illusion. Everything that we are doing, we are to do based on everything that is happening on the southern end. All the stars, all the constellation, all the planets that are on the south side that are rising and falling, we are the result of those movement. And because our brain separates the macrocosm with microcosm, we think we are something separate from this thing. We are something much more intelligent because look, we can make clothes, we can make jewelry, we can, have a bookshelf, we can have these professional lights. What are these stars? They're just a bunch of gases and, nuclear fission happening far, far away. What do they got to do with us? But this is why you can't study astrology from step 1 to step 5 and say, well, everybody has free will. While when you studied chapter 5 to 10, you would have realized that no, should not be the conclusion. So it's important to not study something half-assed and then make your conclusion about the world and astrology and Jyotish. Go all the way, then make your conclusion. Go all the way, do the research, make your conclusion. I was under the assumption that, everything is happening because I am deciding to smoke the cigar. You saw in Navamsha, third lord of communication is with Rahu. Rahu element is going to be present in the time period that I'm going to be filming. Do you see this? If you make this the ascendant, Gemini, because this is the actual ascendant rising, I just had to switch the ascendant again, but look what's going to be in my mouth in the second house, Rahu. Rahu would be in my second house of my mouth while I'm speaking. Am I making this am I choosing to do this? Or is that something out there playing out, which I am the result of? I'm just a result. See, we think we are it, but you got to remember, especially how beautifully A.V. Sundaram described that car is a body, okay? The driver is the mind, the soul is the passenger. Soul is just sitting in the back, observing. Oh, Kapil is talking. Oh, Kapil is now doing this. Oh, couple is playing with his kids. Okay. Oh, couple is paying this karma off that I'm supposed to pay. All right. Go ahead, pay. Ooh, couple is feeling this pain because he just cut himself with a knife. Oh, I'm sorry, couple. Soul doesn't feel the pain. Soul observes, feels the feeling, but not the physical feeling. You know, in dream, when somebody hurts you, you're like, oh my God, I'm hurt, I'm hurt. You're not feeling that, you're not actually hurt. You felt that illusionary sense of pain. So, knowing that the driver, the passenger, is observing everything, it is the mind which is being influenced by that wheel that keeps going out and in, out and in, out and in. Okay? And the mind says to this robot, this highly technical robot called body, to do the action of what the antenna is receiving. The mind is the antenna. The high definition signals, low definition signal comes in and says something here, and then these things do it. Because everybody thinks, oh, astrology is, I have all the free will. I chose that girl that I was in love with. I rejected all those 3 girls in my arranged marriage situation. I went with my girlfriend that I wanted to marry. Aha. But if you went from step 1 to step 5 and step 5 to step 10, you would realize you were destined to choose that girl you thought you chose, because you are to pay your karma back with that person. Why? Because that girl of yours that you're going to marry eventually in 5 years will have to shoot you with a gun, because that's the yoga you have. These others don't have the yoga to shoot you. You're not going to choose them. She is supposed to shoot you because of the fact you killed her father 3 lifetimes ago. This is how everything plays out. This is the game of free will. We don't have free will. The only will we have is the will to finish and perform our karmas. Nothing is free. You know, they say, there's a saying in real life, nothing is free. When somebody says, hey, here's a free offer for this and this and this, and you're like, oh, I received it free. But no, you are eventually going to pay for it somehow, some way. You didn't read the fine print. Okay? So I want you not take my word on this. You can, I can make anything sound very good, right? Don't take my word on this. Try it yourself. Don't just learn 1 through 5, learn 5 to 10, all the steps, then observe life around you. I've even observed when let's say one of my children were crying loud and I'm like trying to record in my office. Then when I saw the horary, that exact, 40 seconds they were crying in the prashna, fifth lord was interrupting me in my work with the aspect of Saturn. And if you actually look at the nakshatra of the Sastyamsha, if you look at the nakshatra of all Navamsha, you go deeper. You get it. You get it. You just like, okay, I get it. And this is and the reason why I'm trying to show you this. Why am I trying to show you this? Not to prove astrology. It is proven. Nobody needs to prove it. It is for me to put some love towards God in you. That you are not this scientific PhD person who can, run circles around some religious person who believes in God and believes in Noah's Ark and believes in, this person called Krishna and the Mahabharata. My whole purpose is for this type of a person to understand that there's definitely something far more intelligent, far more graceful and lovable than you. And this is only like probably the first layer. Even if you understand astrology all the way and you're like, okay, everything is destined. Well, now what's the point now? Okay, you believe in God. Okay, fine, you believe in God, you start praying, meditating to God, but still you're not getting your answer. Why is this happening routinely? Why is it that there's no free will, everything is destined? These are all different classes you have to go through, graduate. Just like my great mentor teacher Kavindra Rishi said, the universe is a university. You go from learning your ABCDs, your sentences, your comprehension, your basic math, 2 plus 2 equals 4, then your fractions, then calculus. Then you go out there and you understand why. So what I'm telling you is probably like up to grade level, 5th grade, 6th grade. You have to find somebody far more intelligent than me, far more scholarly than me, to take you from 6th grade now to high school. And then perhaps you may need somebody to take you from high school to your PhD level. But as long as I can get you started in this academia of, God's world, then I think I've done something good. That's my main point. Okay. So free will versus destiny. My thing probably is like 95% destiny, 5% free will. And I'm still trying to find out what that free will is, because I can't find it. Okay. So anyway, I hope this discussion that you wanted me to have with you guys, has satisfied you to a certain point. But in order to really feel that little grace, not even that enlightenment, there's that you can, like, seeing Disneyland from far away. You're not in Disneyland. Seeing Disneyland from far away, like, my God, yes, I see the lights now. I see that castle, it exists. Then now you have to be on your journey to go and buy your ticket, enter Disneyland, and then enjoy all the rides. Okay. So anyway, guys, if you're new here, subscribe to my channel so you can, watch all the other cool videos on Vedic astrology. Otherwise, if you, want to know about astrology and God, you can go to my site, astrologycares.com, and even learn there with my school. And otherwise, we'll be back with our normal broadcasting tomorrow with the conjunction video. Okay, I'm just excited. I am telling you, I love God. God exists. I believe in it. I have seen it. Let's just say that. Okay? But you will understand your own divinity, your own, results of relationship with you and God only when you take action. Okay? We'll see you later. Bye-bye.